here we are for the loony bin.
Loony, loony, loony.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony.
Convenient.
The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Why would you need a key for the generator?
It's kind of an emergency lockout sort of thing.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the
Cold, Alan.
office from Sinclair.
I mean,
I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscripts.
probably a concussion at the very
That's
least.
where he'd been keeping them.
Yeah. I don't know, I just... That portion of the scene is a little uncomfortable. It's like, okay, Alan, you're kind of crossing the line into major asshole territory.
Well, I mean, they did have him drugged for a couple days.
Do you have any idea how much trouble you're in? I am famous.
I think I would be feeling a little vindictive, too.
I mean, I guess that's true.
How you want to play it? Is that how you want to play it?
Especially Birch.
Okay, that's how we'll play it. It'll be hardball all the way. You're seriously, man. I'm willing to forget the whole thing.
Just stand here and listen to Barry scream at Hartman through the door for a few minutes.
You think I can't hear you out there? I hear you just fine.
At least like another 30 seconds or so.
You got that weird guy look. If you're one
I didn't know he had so many freaking lines here.
okay? Do you have any idea how
It's kind of incredible.
The game really does like to be like, hey, here's more dialogue, except, oh, you've probably walked away by now.
Yeah.
Barry? Ow! About time! Barry, man, I'm glad to see you.
We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
No.
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy out. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
Well, I mean, he wasn't lying about Alan being there.
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Priorities, Barry.
That's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
Oh, Barry. Kind of mean, though.
Kind of mean.
Because, I mean, it wasn't her fault.
No. I mean, not that Barry really knows that.
These were all the
Not
pages
yet,
I had
anyway.
on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Even though I'm putting this at your chest.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wade, come on. Let's work together on this.
I like how he just doesn't even bother trying to,
Barry, get out of here. I'll catch
trying to
up.
swing anything. He's just like, well, worth the shot.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Listen to the man with the
Listen to
gun,
me.
Barry.
This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Yeah, he has to have known something was at work here. +5.
Presence would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out.
And it ain't that way. Not in there either.
My god, the screen tearing.
I mean, it's all those Ripley special effects going on. Capture cards just like...
like to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
It seems to be based on, like, light. Lighter the hallway, more particle effects.
I guess the game has no VSync.
360 version, probably not. Good thing I had a key for starting the generator.
That you picked off Nurse What's-Her-Name.
Who is no longer down there. But I assume Odin and Tor, like, drug her away when they realized what was going on.
Probably.
Just gonna ignore that TV.
It's like Mary Poppins from hell.
Oh no, a log.
It's log, it's log, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood.
It's better than bad. Well, it's probably gonna give you a concussion. A singular flare.
For one scripted use.
I wonder how many people got stuck on that part. Here we are. I like the gratuitous English in the commercial. Here's a real commercial, though.
Because of course.
I think the other one was for like a Ford Focus or something.
Yeah.
Check out the latest games.
I mean, I've said it before, I don't begrudge the game for having commercials in it and on a television set in the background because that's kind of realistic.
But it's clearly like, here's some product placement.
Yes, it's a shill thing.
That was indeed a thing that just happened.
That's an interesting chandelier.
Wait, it's a chandelier. Ugly metal ball. Like one of those American Gladiator things. Except small. Meant for a toddler.
I would totally roll around in one of those. But yes, you see the candles, it's a chandelier.
How is it that all of these doors are like...
Ouch.
There's windows, Alan. I mean, really.
Well, the trick would have been to dodge the chandelier and not take it in the face.
Well, I mean, it doesn't actually qualify as an enemy, so you can't, like, slow motion dodge it.
Eh.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Oh, there's no way this could possibly end badly.
Take this, Al.
I don't have a lie. Here, take this one.
Oh, God.
Even came with batteries.
Okay, time to maybe get your ass moving.
Well, I mean, I could, but poltergeist objects would still be flying at me. I am really amused how all these flashlights come with batteries in them. 5 of them, even. That part would be slightly encouraging.
Yeah.
So I got through pretty easily. It's like, yeah, well, you're not the protagonist, Barry.
Working on it.
Gotta be nice being a side character that doesn't have to fucking worry about that. Absolutely nobody's gonna get this but me.
Zombies ate my neighbors?
Yes.
Oh god.
The hedge maze level. Essentially the level that really kind of made me not want to play Zombies Ate My Neighbors anymore.
I haven't touched that game in so long.
I'm not a big fan of games that have enemies that you can't actually kill.
Yeah, that part kind of sucked.
Don't trust Emo. Well, Emo's dead, so not a big deal anymore.
Yeah, it is now officially a non-issue. No shit, Barry. Thanks for the update.
I wonder how thick those bushes are.
Probably a foot and a half, 2 feet.
So, I mean, probably not thick enough for somebody to climb on top of them and just walk over them.
No. I back in one of those rare instances where my younger sister and I actually got along with each other. We used to play Zombies Ate My Neighbors together on her Super Nintendo. We spent a lot of time trying to clear that game.
A game with a secret in the first level that requires the game to actually give you the random item you need to get to it.
And this was in the days before Google.
But there were still plenty of savants who, like, figured that stuff out on their own.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think you need the rocket launcher on the first level to open a house or a trailer at the top of the level that takes you to the secret tentacle, Day of the Tentacle level, I think.
Hell yeah. I remember reading about that in one of those gaming magazines from the day.
EGM2, Game Informer.
Might have been Tips and Tricks.
The best line in the game. If there's one thing that Jake remembers about Alan Wake, it's that line. But I mean, the delivery of that is really good.
Can't argue with that. And then more fucking birds.
I was like, oh, by the way, there are in fact birds.
Well,
fuck off, birds. Fuck off, Birch.
whoa.
Fuck off, birds. Fuck off, birds. Just in case you were having difficulty with the fight, I suppose.
I suppose a flare would have ended things. Huh. Nice hat. Are you trying to look like a secret agent?
So I'm guessing that these little decorative things on the railings are made of like styrofoam. Seeing as how they went flying pretty easily for being stone.
They're probably plaster.
I kind of want to play Zombies Ate My Neighbors, but like, let's just be honest. It's like it's a fun game, but it's not that fun.
Yeah, I remember the later levels, especially getting kind of bullshit. Whoa.
I was always slightly annoyed by old games that were not really good with their, well, that were more quarter munchy in nature, despite, you know, not taking quarters.
Yeah, it was very arcadey in that sense. Okay.
Oh, saw the flash. Flare is good.
Indeed. How the hell did Barry get through here, really?
Well, I mean, the darkness doesn't care about Barry.
Yeah, but I mean, all the gates have been locked.
Barry locked him. Either that or they were unlocked, and like I said, darkness didn't care enough about Barry to try to hinder him.
Hinder him?
Hinder him. He's not the protagonist, so he doesn't matter.
I suppose that's true, and you are right, it's as likely as not that Barry locked the gates himself.
Anyway.
That was nicely done. Hello!
Is that what that is?
Kinda looks like it. I think they're cactuses or something.
Those like flat pancakey cactuses?
Yeah. That's a good thing to have in a mental asylum.
Well, I mean, easy to take care of. Although one of my old coworkers managed to kill her cactus.
Wow, talk about a black thumb.
You know, she said, she mentioned that, I'm just like, wow, Hannah, wow. Aren't those supposed to be like? Well, I didn't say idiot proof, but they're supposed to be idiot proof plans.
Can you open this gate?
Negligent proof, for the most part.
He showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so,
Oh, meanwhile, the game's like, hold on, let me load all these enemies in for you.
Hurry up, Barry!
You know, I would just climb over the fence.
What is it with these guys in cowboy hats?
It's a small American town. Small rural American town.
It's like in the northeast U.S. It's as far from cowboy country as you can get.
It's not about being a cowboy country, it's about being a rural community. That's how it works.
I want to remind you that you have a flare gun.
I know. I was waiting for Barry to tell me that it was okay.
Oh, okay. I think you only hit the one guy with it, though.
That's fine. I hit the big guy.
Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Building a lodge at the top of a cliff sounds like a pretty poor idea.
Kinda. I've seen dumber things.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the
But
craziest.
maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
How the truck is,
How can you know
like,
that?
bouncing around in frame. It's,
I know. Listen, I can bring
A good
her
touch.
back. I can find
well,
her. There's something special about
It
this place.
could have been if it had been animated better.
Something to the works of art
It
created.
looked kind of goofy.
It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that
I mean, it
thing
could be
is,
really
twists
windy.
it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons
Far too late to be like, I don't believe
too
you.
far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on, but they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it. Look out!
I like how Barry tells Alan to look out. It's like, well, what the hell can Alan do?
Yeah, and what's he reaching over to Alan for? Like,
Hold his hand. Always wear your seatbelt.
yeah, how did he survive
I
that?
lost my gun in the crash.
What a shock.
There's nowhere to be seen.
Of course.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay. Jeez, it's good to hear your voice.
He was just about dead.
Get out of the car, but the ground gave way.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I still can't identify the model of that truck.
It looks kind of like an avalanche to me.
It looks like the bastard lava child of an Avalanche and like a Honda Ridgeline.
Still a truck your older sister would drive, though.
Yeah, she traded her Avalanche in on a Jeep.
Wasn't it because they also don't make avalanches anymore?
That,
Al, there's something moving.
and the Jeep is a
Barry,
lot
it's taken! Use a flare, Barry!
more fuel efficient.
Which is important in
Barry,
Wyoming.
are you alright?
I'm good, Al. I'm great. Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
I sure wish flares worked like that for me.
That would be great, wouldn't it? Use them to persuade difficult customers at work.
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Well, I mostly meant against Taken, but
It's suicide. I'm going to the farm. I'm going to go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
no faith whatsoever. I feel like everybody else is essentially as equal to Alan in regards to how vulnerable they are.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, Barry stands just as good a chance as Alan does.
And right now they're about equally equipped.
Barry has flares, though.
So, Barry actually has one up on Alan. So, okay, the drums really need to chill the fuck out here.
Alan also needs to, like, quit smoking or whatever.
Yeah, seriously, I've got more endurance than this, and I am, like, the scrawniest nerd.
I'm like twice Alan's size, and I have more endurance than he does. Could also probably take hits better than Alan could, too. Maybe not from axes or anything, but
That's what happens when you wear 7 layers of tweed.
it counts as hide. But only if you put the leather patches on the elbow.
What's its,
I think hide is like plus 2 AC. I actually can't remember if it's above or below leather.
I want to say it's below leather.
I know cloth or whatever, padded armor or whatever is the absolute bottom.
Yeah, it's like 1 AC or whatever.
1 AC, but plus 8 for Max dexterity.
Yeah.
I don't know, Alex, put that on the screen. Find a table, armor table.
Ah, thank you, future Alex. That was very enlightening.
Unless you didn't actually do it. In which case, well, shame on you.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
I haven't played D&D in a while.
We just need to find a DM. Shit, I would play in like 7 games a week if I could.
I'd do 1, maybe 2, because, you know, I gotta have a night to do my own thing.
I don't know, that would be my thing. We took the shortcut.
There was a point where I was in like 4 different games a week, and it just...
Turn the pole.
Did you try working the shaft?
Physics! For no particular reason whatsoever.
Anyway, 4 different games a week, it turned into work, is what happened.
Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Well, at least you have a flashlight.
Next time on Radical Bromance.